There he sees it. Yeah, let him do his thing here.
What do we have in the back of the Jeep? Dude. Hi, dude. Pearl. So we got Dude and Pearl in the back, and it's actually the Dude. We're gonna go do a little rattlesnake aversion training. But we're gonna actually train the dogs this time. Bring in the wife. And we're gonna teach her to be afraid of snakes too. Here's our first obstacle of the day. This guy's parked in our driveway, like right in front of it. Thank you. I have the sign here. It's become a little sun faded. It says do not block my driveway, but it happens anyways. So we're gonna have to go the other way. You guys are facing the wrong way. So when we called around, we asked if it would be more humane for them to train the snakes to be averse to the dogs. And they said that was not practicable. So we have to train dogs to be averse to the snakes. So they need to change their name of their business because it's rattlesnake aversion training, and I think it's a misnomer. You'd have a hard time finding a muzzle for that dog if it ever needed it.
Yeah. I'm hoping never to have to put one on her.
All right, so basically what we're going to do, so it's 4 steps. We got 2 live rattlesnakes. They're both muzzled, so they can't bite. It is safe for the dogs to get right up close and investigate the snake if they choose to. We don't let them play with it or interact with it. It's more of a, like, once they find it and get too close, that's when I give them a little jolt with the collar they're wearing.
Right.
And the nice thing is, typically, because of that surprise, they blame the snake and start backing off almost immediately. It doesn't take much at all. If the dog is high prey drive, high pain tolerant or whatever, just keeps going back, then we adjust it and keep going, but usually 1 to 2 at a low to medium level, and most dogs are steering clear. Then there's a fresh shed skin, as you probably remember. We'll let them sniff the skin, teach them that's a bad smell. And then I've got a little Bluetooth speaker hidden in a bush with a great quality recording. We'll make sure they know to run from rattling using that. And then the last thing we do is show them an adult diamondback. That one's muzzled too. Usually by that point, they want nothing to do with it. And if that's the case, then they're good to go. So as far as your involvement goes with each of your appointments, the dogs aren't doing anything wrong. They're not being bad or anything. They're just learning through self-discovery. These things aren't fun to get close to. So you want to remember, I usually recommend you can praise them at any point, especially when they get away from the snake. That's appropriate. Only time I don't want you saying anything is when they show interest in the snake initially. Normally you scream at them on a hike or something, but in here we want to let them learn that it's no fun. So let them get away with investigating it. Don't say, if you do yell like no or leave it, they might leave it alone out of obedience, but they never actually got to learn that it was harmful and they need to stay away from it. So last thing, whenever I go to pick the snake up to put it away or bring it out, I try to minimize how much they see me interacting with it and stuff. So yeah, whenever I go to move it, just cover their eyes, turn them around, distract them, whatever you can do, just so they don't see me interacting with it too much. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, we're at the rattlesnake training facility here. And the gentleman is getting the snakes ready. The rat shack. And yeah, so we're letting them get used to the little area here.
Dude's almost out of pee.
You notice that they've got snake screens on all the vents so that we don't accidentally end up with a wild snake in here, which is a good idea.
Look, there he goes.
The smaller snake, once it's on the ground, are they normally off leash or on leash?
They're normally off.
Normally off. So once I got it on the ground, you are welcome to let them go.
Okay.
And then I'll just have you guys casually walk that way. Your dog kind of throughout this is just active oblivious to the snake. We're teaching them for their own good to avoid
Okay.
it. So if they kind of see it, you look to investigate. That's where I'll do my job on the collars.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go from there, but I'll holler when it's ready, then you can let them go.
Okay.
They can let him sniff around the bush. There he sees it. Yeah, let him do his thing here. Good boy, dude. He's like, what was that? You hear something, Pearl? Alright, Pearl's on it now. Danger. Good girl. You can let dude go if you want.
Okay. They definitely do attribute it.
Yeah, they catch on quick. It's all about timing. When you think about it too, like when they find something new and exciting, it's like nothing else exists. Like, what is this? And as they're getting near it, then all of a sudden they feel a surprise feeling that doesn't feel good, and most of the time they blame it on the snake. So as fast and almost anticlimactic as that was, that should have worked. So we're gonna give them a minute to see if they get brave again or not.
Okay.
A couple good tests too. This would be good for video if you want. Is let's see if you guys hear. He's kind of toying with the boundary a little bit. So if you guys get on like opposite sides of the snake and then call the dogs back and forth, you should see him give it a wide berth if that actually scared him. If they go right by it kind of carelessly, that means something didn't work. But
oh, look, he got scared of that bucket.
That's where the big one is.
Dude, come here.
You can tell he's still a little fascinated.
Come here, dude.
He's keeping an eye on it. Good dogs. Good job, buddy.
Good job, Pearl.
Good boy. Boy.
Dude, Pearl.
Yeah.
Dude, Pearl, come on.
Good job, Pearl.
Wow, good Pearl.
I'll get it rattling and moving a little more
Duty.
in a second. Come here, dude.
Duty, come here.
Look at it.
Wow,
He's
good.
like, I'll kill a burglar, but that thing kind of hurts. I don't like it.
Good job.
Get it rattling a little more. So let him steady it. I noticed when the ground's wet from rain, the snake blends in even better. Just kind of darkens the ground, and then this is Mojave rattlesnake, which got the whole white muzzle on. It's a little hard to see that.
Come here, Pearl.
Even in plain sight.
Dude, just call duty.
It's funny because
Dude, stop that.
I think it would rattle sooner.
This one's been sniffed by thousands of dogs, so it's on the mellow side.
Look, dude, still taking a wide berth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So actually, they handled that well. They're not that freaked out by any means, but they're also not going back to it again. So that means that they already have their respect.
Dude.
Now, thing is, they won't always be able to see it, and that's where the next two steps come into play.
Smell.
So yeah, except they just happen to catch wind of one or hear one. They need to know to avoid that too. So actually, as he comes by one last time, just continue that direction. See if you can get them to follow, and then I'll go get the skin exposed. They'll get more action with the bigger snake too. So, big girl, she's just behind you, kind of looking at the snake. Girl.
That thing's spicy, Dad.
Okay. Come on, guys.
Good boy, dude. Good girl. The skin is underneath that cone over there. I'm gonna go move the cone real quick. You'll see it on the ground. Looks like a little piece of trash laying there. So if they end up sticking their nose in it, we're gonna reinforce that's a bad odor. If they already seem to know to avoid it though, that means they actually got a good whiff of the real snake over there, and they already learned it over there.
Okay.
So, which is often possible. If you think about it, a lot of people are like, all right, next step is smell. Well, actually, the first step, it's a live snake, so it's got odor too.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a way to fill in the blanks if they didn't get a whiff, or it's a way to show that they learned the smell from the real snake. He was, as he walked by the snake, you'll see him kind of lower his head and his panting slows down or his mouth shuts. That usually means they're catching wind of something interesting.
Okay.
So I think he was smelling it pretty good. Pearl didn't catch doing that, so she may or may not have, but that's why we do this step.
Okay.
I'm just going to move the cone when they're not looking.
She's not as bright.
That's the skin, and you can feel there's a breeze blowing toward the wall. So if we can get them both just on the slope side, on the other side of it.
You want us to lead them over there?
Yeah, and either side
Okay.
right to the skin, you can go
Why don't
like
you just
this
walk
way
towards the
or around this way. And they may just see it and go up to it, which is fine too, but they'll smell it best on that back side. So watch her panting.
Yeah.
So nothing yet. Okay, that's something else she's smelling there. You usually will see them shut their mouth and turn toward it. All right, she's on it. Oh, bad smell. She's like, that was rude. He's on it now. Wait for that mouth to shut. There we go. Oh, bad smell. Good boy, dude. Bad smell. Good boy. Not a very fun class, huh? Good job. Very good. So what's funny is they handle it a little nonchalantly, which is fine. But they're not just yelping and jumping off their feet. Make sure that works. Same thing, just kind of act oblivious. You can walk by, you can call them down on the slope side, see if they go around it to get to you. They should both avoid that. This one's not as fun as the real snake, so you're usually a one and done with this. Go sit down.
Dude, come here.
We're not tricking them. We're just seeing if they can problem solve. They should just go around it.
Come on. Good girl. Come on.
Good girl. That's fine. She's out of strike range that far, and she definitely slowed down and kind of calculated her steps there. Good girl.
Dude, come
Right
here.
there, go see Dad.
Come here.
It's like, okay. He's going. Go wide.
Come here, Duty. Come on. Dude, come
So
here.
by the way, if you're ever out with him and all of a sudden, like he wants to, you can tell he wants to come to you, but he's really reluctant. If they're ever acting like this, assume they probably picked up on one.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Happy about it and avoiding the area.
If they're
Boy, dude.
if they're not listening, they might be
Exactly.
smelling a
Not
snake.
listening or just avoiding a certain area.
Yeah.
Acting stressed or gun shy or something. I mean, just any weird body language. Assume they could have picked up on one of these. Good job, guys.
I want to leave.
I know. A lot of dogs after even that very first snake are like finally being like, let me out of here.
This place sucks.
There's lightning snakes in here. You guys have electric eels in here.
Wow, doing good. You guys are so good. They're doing really good.
They are. I couldn't believe how quickly they picked up on that.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
We're avoiding those snakies. They stink. They sound terrible and they're mean.
So I'm going to play a loud recording of a rattlesnake out of nowhere, and what makes this step different is I'll have you guys act afraid too. So
Okay.
why I had you not do anything on the first two steps is just kind of based on the reality that, you know, if you're hiking and there's a snake hidden that's not rattling, you might not know it's there, and that's where if they smell it or they see it or something, they should still have the wisdom to avoid it, even if you walk right by it or don't, you know, act aware of it at all. But this step we notice sells a lot better if we like yell a command and back away and all that. So do you guys use commands with them, like leave it or no or off or back or anything like that?
Really not very good at that, yeah.
Like what would you say if they were near danger and you wanted
Like,
to get
dude,
away?
call them back.
So basically, and that's the way to think about it. Don't overthink it. Just treat it like a real scenario. Yell whatever comes out, get away from it, and that's all going to help sell it better. So it's good now. So see if you can get them both right at the base of the bushes here. And I usually don't play it immediately. Like if you pause here and they come up next to you, you can just pet them and talk to them for 5-6 seconds. Then I'll play it. I don't want to think we just stop here to scare them. So once they're both here, yeah, just so you can pet her and talk to her.
Good job, girl.
Girl Pearl.
Come on, Duty. Dude, come here, hug.
Good boy. It's like, this is a terrible park.
Dad,
Snakes out, huh?
Dad, you've taken me to a bad.
Girl.
Wow.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2.
Oh no! Pearl, come here. Pearl, come here. Good job.
Girl Pearl. That's beautiful boy. He doesn't think I'm the bad guy at all, so that's good.
I know, but he starts to think I am.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Duty, come here. Dude, come here. Good boy. Good boy.
Look at Pearl. She's ready to go.
Ready to leave.
All right, they are through the worst of it. So now we just simply show them the big snake. If all went well, they should want nothing to do with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the big snake here by the gate, and we're just gonna act like we're leaving. It's a really good setup because, as you saw, they kind of went to the gate there. They want to get out of here.
Yeah.
It'll be either a good test or a good trap, depending on what they do. But if they do get near it, this one's muzzled too, it's safe. If they want nothing to do with it, then they're free to go.
All right.
So just kind of keep them occupied so they don't see each other.
Hi. Oh.
Dude's hiding me.
Oh. Don't look at it, Pearl. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look.
All right, guys. So you can just act like you're heading to the gate yourselves. You guys want to go home?
Come on, let's keep going.
Duty, come on.
Come on, dude.
Dude, go.
Right back, come on.
Good girl.
Past the snake, see that bench over there? And then feel free to call them. Guys, I see them both looking at me.
Dude, come here.
Pearl! Hey guys.
Here, I'm gonna go too.
Yeah, come on.
I just say feel mom walks by too. You can get as close as you feel comfortable with the snake. Pearl should switch sides on you here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Side right
She's
there.
giving a wide berth.
Yeah.
Come on, Duty.
Dude doesn't want to be over here at all.
Call him, baby.
Dude, come here. Dude, come here.
Rather be in the difference, let's go.
That's actually like a good response.
No, it is. Like I said, one thing too we do is we never force them anywhere they don't want to go.
Yeah.
So if they're like, I'm not going at all, a better thing to do
Yeah.
too is like say he won't budge. If you go to somewhere where it's safe and comes up to you.
Okay. Let's see.
Say partly why he might not be moving though. Because in his mind there's danger here, there's potential danger there,
Oh.
and there's danger under that
Duty.
a little cornered right now and doesn't want to move at all.
Oh, she smelled the snake skin over here. Don't like it over here either.
Come here, dude. He doesn't know where to go now.
Yeah, he's like, there's so many scary things here.
There's so many snakes. Right. I'm gonna treat it as if I'm just walking past it.
Exactly. You don't know it's there. You don't know why he's not wanting to go. So, say switch to the left side. Good boy. Like, hey, come on. Good boy, dude. So, did you feel him jerk to the left as soon as it rattled?
Yeah.
I could see it. He just did a little quick tug. Now he's trying to be obedient and stay on leash, but he is trying to avoid that too. Boy, I think he wants to go back over. I bet once you're past where everything else was, like if you're over there, you should relax a little more. Nothing happened in that back corner, so like that general direction, you should be okay.
Come on, Pearl.
Feel free to try. So if you do another pass, and if you don't feel uncomfortable, feel free to go pretty close to the snake.
Yeah.
Basically something like this. It'll rattle actually. But as you get this close, you should kind of tail off to your left side.
All right, let's see. Come on, Pearl.
That's fine too. Good girl, Pearl. You know, she just went right between where the snake is and where that recording was.
Yeah.
Right, that center there, that was good. So yeah, both of them are keeping track of not only where the snake is, but where other stuff has been too.
Yeah.
Good dog. Alright, good. They got the message. So here's what we'll do. Go ahead and get a leash on Pearl, and then if you can get them both here by the bench. The way I like to end it is get it to rattle one last time, and just like you guys did with the speaker, just kind of yell like command, and then we'll rush them out the side gate over there. And the last thing they'll remember is hearing that and then escaping to safety.
Okay.
Just gonna wait until it's quiet for a second, so that's good where it does that. You guys are the first one, so this makes a little extra noisy.
So is this typical out in the wild about this far?
Well, this is just the distance I'm using for training purposes.
No, I'm saying like where they
Where it
were.
rattles. Yeah, it's all across the board. If the snake is hidden well, they often won't rattle until you're like right up on them. If at
I
all.
almost stepped on them.
Exactly, yeah. And then there's snakes that, say they're crossing a trail in the open and you come up on them quickly and they feel exposed and spooked. They might rattle at you, even farther than this. It's pretty much across the board. At the bottom, at the end of the day, it boils down to if they feel busted and threatened. That's typically when they would rattle. Yeah, they're all different.
Okay.
Alright, so now that it's been quiet for a few seconds, I'm going to take a step toward the snake. He should rattle at me as I do that. As soon as you hear it, that's your cue to go ahead and rush them out the gate.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Come on. Come on.
Come on. Come on, Pearl.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, this is a snake training center, the dog aversion training, but it's also a zoo at the same time. So let's go take a look. So what he was saying is only the first couple of pins here are working snakes, and they only work 1 day a year. So 1 day a week. So he rotates them so they're not overly stressed. And all the snakes are intact. They just have muzzles, medical tape taped over their head. I saw that. You guys probably saw that too. And so they're not altered in any way. They're not abused. They're perfectly normal snakes. They just have a little tape on their head. While they're working, they're 1 day a week. And the rest of these snakes are just exhibit snakes, different kind of rattlesnakes. It's a cool place. So this one says he's out working. So I guess it's the first 3 boxes. That's what he said. So you can see this one's at work. And while this one's at work, these other ones are in rotation, and they've got their little holes they're hiding in. One of them's rattling at me right now. See if we have any other ones that warn us. The training seemed very effective. This one's peeking out at me. Ooh, that's a crazy looking one. Plenty of none of them are too excited about me. Some of them are in pairs, like this one here. This one's going off. The rattling is hit or miss. So that's not a 100% warning, guys. I would not trust that. It's a good thing he does smell on top of sound. Sight and smell. This is a cool facility, actually. It's cool to see all these critters in there. Excellent camouflage. Beautiful critters. Yeah, they're just out there trying to survive, and they're actually kind of nice that they give you a warning. Not every animal is so kind to have a built-in warning like that. Ooh. That would be bad. So let's not futz with him. Not that I was going to futz with any of them. This one, see, the worst of them do not have any kind of warning system. He's just here chilling out, ready to mess up your life. That's kind of cool. What's a rattlesnake slug? Does anybody know? And do they bring good luck? Should I be out looking for one? Imagine a rattlesnake slug is an effective home defense weapon. Like you shoot somebody with something that springs into a rattlesnake. Ooh, this one like lunged at me. He's following me with his eyes. He's not giving a warning. He's just gave me like a bluff charge. Ooh, there's a red one. Wow, that's a really cool one. It's crazy to think like a pane of glass is between you and almost certain death with some of these cottonmouths and stuff. I don't know how certain it is, but I know it's not great. Look at the size of this guy. This guy is like, in this coiled up fashion, he's like 6 hands big. This snake here is fine, but sometimes they're known to drink on the job. That's why this one doesn't work out in the facility, is it's getting drunk instead of training the dogs. This little guy popped out when I showed up. This one's snake on snake action for you guys. I don't know if you're into that. This is kind of a cool bonus, is to get to see all these dudes. I've never seen so many rattlesnakes in one spot. I like that poster. All right, that's one last look at the exhibit here. You guys should come take a look. And get your dogs trained so they don't get bit in the face. Here she comes. Pearl and the dude now have student debt. You guys have student debt. Dude, you got student debt. You got student debt now. And dude, you got a bunch of student debt you're gonna be paying for the next like 20 years or so, okay? Now, this is a very official diploma because you can see that both their names are on one diploma. So, good job, guys.